Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. I'm mapping out exactly how big of a screen I can get for 235.1. So in one of the demonstrations, I was showing off my indoor and outdoor screens and displayed a 235.1 I had for a setup. So thinking I want to go back to 235.1. I love this projector setup, and since I'm going to be moving upstairs to the fourth floor, they have the same wall up there that I'm going to have down here. And I wanted to see how big of a screen I'll be to get at 235.1. So let me see. Where's my stand? Not in there, over here. So I am figuring probably 158 inches at 235.1. This is what I'm going to be to get upstairs. So I'm going to be buying a ViewSonic projector, because that's the only one that's going to be to do this. Put my stand set up here. This will give me an idea on how I have to put this together. And the walls in here are big and actually are perfectly flat, because literally when I did this in the other house, I had an issue with the angles being thrown off. But here, the walls are perfectly flat. I could literally paint my ultra short throw right to the wall. Yeah, I'm getting 235, definitely. So this is basically without our coating. Won't pick up at all, period. This is a wall. And this, the other room, at 150 inches, I'm gonna get my stand through the doorway, is with the coating. Yeah, big difference. So without the coating, you can't see jack on the wall. And my projector in that room is 4200 lumens, 235.1. So I can't have my lights on if I just use the wall. That's why ambient light rejection technology is very important. But it also gives me an idea how big I can put. Man, these walls are, these walls are big in this place. And the ceilings are huge, because I got all my stuff here and I still haven't hit the floor. So I'm figuring about 158 inches, 235.1. So what I'm going to be setting up upstairs, I'm getting my ViewSonic at 235.1, P2 at 150 inches. And I'm going to take all this stuff that's going to be gone. I'm going to put myself a cloud couch here. I'm going to put wireless keyboard and mouse. And these computers right here will be sitting underneath my my cloud sofa. Keyboard and mouse, and I can run everything from here. So the ultra short throw is for movies. And I'm going to hook up a projector here and here. But this will be upstairs. That'll operate my my Christie projector, so I can do portrait here and here for both my projectors. I'm gonna Bluetooth everything. I don't want any wires in the room, so I'm gonna make the room completely wireless, all Bluetooth, everything. And do a 235 at 158 inches. But this right here, like I said, projector I have right here is a short throw, ultra short throw, short throw projector, ViewSonic. They're the only ones that have a 235.1. So those who've been trying to do 235.1, this is the best way to go and the cheapest way to go. So without our technology, boom. I can't work in my office. I can't be in the dark. I want to open up my windows. Can't do that. Taco, your toys are everywhere. Where are my remote control? controls for this unit. Here we go. So a white wall is supposed to be brighter than our technology? Again, don't care, and I'll tell you why. We've done all the tests already. Nope. Now I sat there when I put my my measurements from my wall at 235.1. I can't have my lights on there because the screen will wash out. I can't watch Jack in there because the screen will wash out. So my setup upstairs is going to be sick. I can't wait. So I'm going to be upstairs finally with some hardwood and floors. And I can finally start ordering some furniture. So I have to order two sofas. And I'm going to have this at 150 inches. It's going to be on a P2 at 150 inches upstairs. But if I'm going to do the screen a little differently, I'm actually going to build the frame because I want to levitate a little bit from the ceiling. Definitely do a levitation screen for the P2, and I'm doing a 235.1 for the next room. That's going to be the office and lounge at the same time. So, just to give you an idea how big my contract is, I have a school contract coming through and another contract for basically a few mega churches. That's how big my contract is. So I'm pretty much figuring I'm going to be here probably about 6 months. That's it. I'm going to buy me a house and maybe a few cars and a couple of bikes. I'm going on vacation for a little bit. Yeah, I'm literally going to make that much money. I haven't decided. I may buy myself a McLaren. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to get myself a fancy car. I've never had a sports car before. And then that's it. No more shopping. Then I'm done. That's how big I have a school contract worth millions of dollars. Look at that. That's completely gone at 3,600 lumens, and it is bright in here. So remember when we had the screen sitting here on the wall, the wallpaper, that pulled up with no problem whatsoever. Ugh. I'm so glad I ain't gonna be subjected to that freaking stuff all day long. But that 235.1 is gonna look sick. Let me see this for a minute. We're on the wrong one. Wrong fire stick. What's this one? Oh, that's for this room. All right, so we have probably less than 2 months before my contract will kick, because I've already sent the contract over. They've already received it. They will be signing it on Friday, and it becomes official. Now, when the first order pulls through, we may shut the site even faster. I don't know, because again, like I said, as they're pushing those orders through, we can't run the risk of somebody they're doing business with to come back to the site and see the prices. So let's see how long it takes for them to get ready, up and running, and activate it. That's what it comes down to now. Let's see what else we can do on this big screen. We can't do contrast. We can't even go there. Let's see. This looks like
the apocalypse is coming.
Oh, I don't know how you people do this stuff on gray screens. I don't know how you do it.
Maybe your detergent. Only Cascade uses Dawn as a built-in pre-rinse system. It rehydrates dried-on food, lifts.
Is it really? Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
This is horrible. I don't even know how people do this at the end of the day. This is literally the environment. This actually is a perfect example. This is the environment that gray and white screens have to sit in. If I open up the windows, my screen's going to wash out. And if I turn the lights on, the screen's going to wash. Oh, I can't imagine how bad this is going to look. Gee whiz. Well, people, all I can say is good luck. You're going to need it. If you're dealing with the gray screen paint products out there and the white screens and the gunmetal, we're not going to be in the picture anymore. We're dealing with companies only. That's where we're going to be at. Let's see what we got going on here. Starfield screensaver. Put some new batteries in her. Starfield screensaver. Yeah, I feel sorry for you. Y'all, from what I've seen already with the black products out there on the market, they're doing the same thing everybody else is doing. They're cutting corners. So basically, you're going to be subjected to some really poor paints. That's what you're going to be subjected to. And if you got deep pockets, then some of you can go to gunmetal technology. But to have true 100% black, you're not going to be able to have it anymore. Like I said, the company contracts we're dealing with, they won't touch the customers. They're not going to touch y'all. Sorry, but it's true. They're not going to touch y'all. And the reason why they're not going to touch you, because they don't want to deal with the headache. They want to deal with contracts only. Because with the company, it's a little easier. They're going to go out there. They're going to basically produce the technology to them. They're going to like it. They're going to sign the contracts. And then they're going to be shipping tons of paint back and forth. And everybody's going to make their money and be happy. That's what it's going to come down to. To work with the customers or not, they're not going to touch it. I talked to 3 of them. They're not touching it. So we just have to find somebody that will come in here and basically build a website to make it for the customers. Other than that, they're not going to touch it. AK Desired Nature. Turn the lights up. See what I'm doing here.
YouTube.
But once you're out of the picture, you'll figure it out. Because what's going to happen, once we leave out of the picture, you're going to demand our technology, and they're not going to be to give it to you. That's what's going to happen. You're going to expect for them to do the same thing we do in our demonstrations, and they can't do it. And if you want that technology or close enough to it, you're going to have to spend a couple $1,000. AK Desired Nature. Mind you, I have to be in the dark every time I walk in that room because the screen won't pull. And it's going to hurt even worse when you see what the P2 looks like on black technology. Our new gunmetal advanced technology will be coming out soon. Customers won't be able to touch it. I tell you something. I'm now starting to understand what the big companies see. I see the big picture now. At the end of the day, they don't care about all the test demonstrations I do on their certified screens. It's good to know at the end of the day we can take the screen down. That's good and all. We ever have to get into a discussion with a company involving their screens and contracts, we can take their contracts from them due to the fact that we offer a better technology and it's far cheaper. But at the end of the day, they really just don't care. They're making millions and millions of dollars. They couldn't care less whether if you had to spend $3,000 or $5,000 and you couldn't afford the technology, they don't care. And at the end of the day, when people say who's going to spend it, somebody has to be spending it because their companies are still there. So for me to sit here and fight with these little fish at the end of the day, it's pointless. I gotta start thinking in a different direction. I gotta start thinking like the big dogs. Or at the end of the day, I don't care exactly what you do. We do exactly what they do. If they don't like the situation, they sick attorneys on you like we're gonna do. And that's what they did to us. They didn't like what we're doing. They got a couple attorneys and jumped on us. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get attorneys to take care of our business, and we're just gonna deal with the big companies. That's it. Technology was there all that time. I sat there and said it was there all that time for you to get access to it. Now, it's going to be gone. Now, I tried to basically see if they would basically work, but they won't do it. They're interested in basically making the big money. That's a crying shame how it's going to end up for y'all. You had the ability to have amazing technology at your fingertips. And at the end of the day, I don't care. I'm going to be rich. That's what it comes down to. You can sit there and say, well, we'll never buy your product. It doesn't make a difference. There are companies that will spend millions of dollars for my technology. And it's far cheaper, easy for us to process. We can use it on just about any projector we choose. It doesn't cost them millions and millions of dollars. Just like the school district. Do you know how much money the school district pays for brand new projectors every time you turn around? And do you know when they pay for those projectors, you know where that money comes out of? Your pocket. It comes out of taxes. Our technology cuts that nonsense. Because we can show at the end of the day that they can still use the old projectors but still be able to produce in fully lit environments with our technology, which means there's no need for them to go out and spend the budget for more expensive projectors, which means that's less taxes that come out of your pocket. They're going to sell my technology for what it's worth. Not $189, not $300, not $500, but thousands of dollars. I have to do what's best for my company.
Hit shows, top movies, and live sports come together. Even add on other streamers.
That's what I have to do. What's best for my company. Look at that. That's bad. 4,200 lumens. Can't see the screen. Gotta turn my lights out in here just to play it. LG Betafish.
Getting that from YouTube.
I'm curious. I'm gonna bring a certified screen in here. Now, since I'll be concentrating on research and development, that means basically now I can make whatever the freak I want, which means I don't have to worry about having any overcredit websites and none of that. I can make whatever I want. I can basically start, I don't know, I can design whatever I want. Think about that. My stuff will be on demand 24/7. We're even bringing on board 3 graphic designers to design, customize our labels, and oh man, I can't wait. Wait a minute. Do we need those? Oh yeah, we do need them because our products are being sold in 5-gallon containers because they're used basically for companies. We're not gonna be making quarts and gallons. We don't need all that. LG Betafish. Now, where we go with our technology, they don't use ambient light controlled environments in there. Ambient light controlled environments are pretty much stuck to dedicated theater rooms. These are going to be in schools. These are going to be in offices. This is going to be in hotels. This is going to be in churches. This is going to be in casinos, places like that, restaurants. Even Taco's excited, ain't you, Taco? All right, Taco, I'll put your fish on. Relaxing 4K fish. YouTube. So put your fish back on. We'll give you this one right here. There you go. You enjoy your fish. There you go. Turn around so you can watch this fish. It's watching this program in there, and then disrupted this show. I'm going back in the other room. That's what that technology looks like. In a dark environment. You can call it the dark. And this is what this looks like in a dark environment. Washed out. Now, even though you sit there and say, well, you know, someone will come along. Yeah, they will come along. That's definitely going to happen. They will come along. But the thing about it is, are you going to find and be able to match all our demonstrations? Because that's what put our product on the map. The fact that we had all those test demonstrations backing our products up. That's what they're doing right now. They're going in my website right now. I got investors in my website right now. I got people that are looking to get contracts from us in the website right now, looking at the tons of test demonstrations. You're going to have to find somebody to continue to make this black technology, and they're going to have to do it on our level. And what I've seen already from the Screen Paints products already, they can't even beat house paint. Like I said, good luck. Not going to happen. Oh, wait, these might not work. Yeah, I forgot about these. These certified screens, this is a short throw projector. They might not even pick up. Because sometimes when you're dealing with certified screens, some of them won't work with short throw projectors, so you have to buy a special screen for that. So that's going to cost you a couple $1,000. Well, let's see what we get from this, if it really works. Oh, gee, this is really washed up. Maybe we'll get something out of that. I don't know. So 5,000 certified. Oh, so let's see what we're getting. 4K tropical fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
Get something to come up on that.
You've just been burn down your career and take me with you. Quite fun. Get out of here.
$5, 5 golden, flaky, tender, saucy bucks.
Ah, figure looking good.
So that's a $5,000 surface right there. That's a DMP Supernova. I'm gonna have to get a little closer for this to see this. Let me see, we're good here. If we turn the lights up. There we go. And you can see an improvement if we turn the lights out. This is why I question screen technology when it comes to ambient light rejection technology, because I should never have to get that close to the screen. But you can see it's much better improvement. See, much better improvement. We just can't have our lights on because it won't work. This is one of the things I learned about studying certified screens. I had me a white surface. I take the certified screens, I put them up there. We don't put our screen up there to see how well the ambient light rejection works. Get a little closer. This is what we're going to have to do. We don't do this. Get close up on the screen to show the difference, but unfortunately we have to do it here. We don't have a choice. So see the difference right there? That's a certified screen on a white surface. So for those of you that are complaining about the prices on our screen paint, guess how much that would cost you? You got $5,000 laying around? That's for a 100-inch, would cost you $5,000. You want 150? Yeah, you have to dig a little deeper in your pockets. You want 180? You got $17,000 laying around? You can have it with $17,000. It does the job. Look at that. Pulls up a nice image. It's much better than the Surface. But it's going to cost you a lot of money to do it. That's the problem. That's the problem. And now you see why, at the end of the day, why the companies are locking on to me. Because we can take this same surface right here, and our surface washes it out. And we can maintain in a fully lit environment. Just think about that. All those years, you literally had a technology. For those of you who took advantage and got the technology, good for you. Those of you who didn't, well, that's going to be you. I'm not trying to be blunt, but that's definitely going to be you. I don't know how you're going to work that out, because you can't come to us and get it now. After the freaking 2 months are over, our cart shopping was a lot. You can't come to me. I'll turn you down automatically from the door. Can't transfer money, and there's no shopping carts there. But all that time, you had a technology in your hands that was better than the $5,000. These are those certified screens we're doing the test on. They saw it. That's why they're marketing the screen for over $5,000. Because here we are, we got a $5,000 screen here with a Starfield screensaver. Let's see what happens. With a 100% contrast level. When it certifies, finally launch their black screens, if you thought the gunmetals were expensive, you haven't seen anything yet. There's no way in the world that they're going to charge you. Those of you who have the money, you don't care, I understand that. But for those of you that basically are pushing your pennies together to get one of those screens, it's going to be very expensive. This right here is a $5,000 screen at 100 inches. Imagine what black certified technology is going to cost you. Probably going to pay $10,000. I guarantee you, probably around $10,000. That's what you're going to pay for. Wrong microphone. Around $10,000. It's not going to be cheap. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Right now I got a big smile on my face. This is the reason why technology, when the guy said it's worth far more than basically what we sell it for. So those of you that have our technology, thank you so much for the support. Don't sell it. Because again, as I said, at the end of the day, you won't be getting it back. And just watch that technology in the next room outperform a $5,000 projection screen. And that's why I sit there and I tell you about fake ambient light projection technology. Some people have it, some people don't. That screen can only activate black if it's in an ambient light controlled environment. If you turn the lights on, it's gone. You spent $5,000 for a screen that you can only use in a controlled environment. This is what I've been trying to tell y'all for many, many years about the industry, about how the ambient light controlled environments, it's basically used as a basic protocol to make you believe that you're getting something, but you're really not getting anything at all. It's all smoke and mirrors, to tell you the truth, honestly. You buy one of these screens, you buy a very expensive projector, you spend about $10,000, and you're in an ambient light controlled environment. You spent all that money. That's supposed to be ambient light rejection technology sitting on that surface. This is how we got Screen Innovations' attention. Did a demonstration. We were to turn to the side and pick up our screen at a 190-degree viewing angle. When those screens had the reflective surface, for some reason, kept pulling up this dark image because they had something called the narrow viewing cone effect. Gives you a little something to think about, doesn't it? So at the end of the day, say I got a contract coming up. Say this company has been using their company for many, many years, right? And say we're up for bid for the contract. Now that screen's going to cost them $5,000 for 100 inch. And our technology, well, it's going to be less than $5,000. We're going to basically charge the same price. There's no point. But ours is going to be much cheaper, about $3,000 less than their technology. Well, actually, no, altogether it'd be $2,000 less than their technology. And they can't use their technology in a fully lit environment, but we can. We don't require overpriced, expensive projectors, calibrating, dark environments, and nonsense. So who do you think is going to end up with the contract? We are. Because on a basic white wall, they can't show the improvement with the lights on, but we can do it. And ambient light rejection technology is extremely important because it doesn't just play a role in basically home theater setups, but there are projectors everywhere you go. You got them in restaurants, you got them in bars, you got them in casinos, you got them everywhere in fully lit environments. You can go to convenience stores like Macy's and you see them set up to the ceiling over there in the jewelry department or perfume department on this big screen that's washed out. Nobody can see it. Now imagine having technology where they don't have to spend all that money for those expensive projectors and they can basically maintain in a fully lit environment without turning up the lights ever. And they can see a true 100% contrast level without being in the dark. This is why the big companies fear our technology. So, before I leave, before we are no more existing, only to companies, I'm going to do you one better. For as long as the contract, before, I don't know when this contract is going to go into effect, we don't know. But we do know they have the contract and the contract is in the process of being signed. They are ready to go. They already had the screen paint, they've already tested it, and guess what they have? They have a complete cinema down there, 1 gallon of it. They fell in love with it. And that's why we're sitting up here with a multi-million-dollar contract because of that technology. Let me explain something to you naysayers real quick. I got to add you in here. Diamond Industry, or Screen Innovation, never came down to see our technology. They never had it in their hand. They never saw it. They saw it from a demonstration. And it was such an impressive demonstration to them that they needed to contact us and talk to us about discussing further plans with our technology. Never even saw it, never even touched it, just saw it. Same thing with the company we got with this big contract. They never saw the technology either, and they saw it in a demonstration. People know the difference between real technology and fake technology. Take the white surface, that's there. That's the white surface. Let's see something for a minute. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
This is why we show you when we do the demonstrations on 9 certifies versus our technology. Our technology, when we lay it against one of these screens, can completely wash it out. They don't pick up any color. I'm telling you that for years. That's why they buy these more expensive, high-end, high-tech projectors to make up for what the screen can't see. They have to be literally sitting in the dark to pick up and see anything. Sitting in the dark, trying to find the stairs. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So I'm going to be changing up my site a bit. I'm going to be getting ready to upload videos on all the companies we'll be attached to, all the demonstrations, people that will be witnessing our technology. And all you haters out there who basically at the end of the day who said our products don't work, well, you get a chance to watch us grow, to turn into giants right before you. And think about it. We have the ability at that point to be able to take any one of those screen paints that we see and make them on our level. And those who basically did wrong by us, we have the ability to crush you. Now, I told you about this fellow by the name of Pro HDs. Not Crow, Pro HDs. I like his products. And I'm going to make sure that we get him off of eBay, get him on an official site, and get him contract under us. We don't sell on eBay. It's one of the things we have in our contract. We don't sell on eBay at all, period. Red screen. She late or what? Try her again. Red screen. I'm gonna get some batteries for her. All right, that's going there manually because she's not listening today. Anytime you see a menu, menus are supposed to be in black. And we keep seeing it for some reason when people display them in gray. Why is that? Why do we see them in red? See them in, oh, that's something else. That's red velvet. Let's see, space. Many times we got punch in red screen. Oh, there we go, top. There you go. So you just watched the next room on my 4200 lumen short throw projector, which is sitting pretty closer than this one. This one's 21 feet back. And if you saw in that demonstration, you saw the certified screen pick up red, but you have to turn the lights out to see the red. The white screen wasn't picking up on either side. We can be in a fully lit environment and still maintain red. Slow color changer. Oh, he's talking to some birds. Every time we do that, Fast slow color changer. Who are you talking to out there when I ain't doing it? You talking to the bird? Where the bird's at? Where the bird's at? Oh, I see him right there, isn't it? He's a big old crow up there. That is interesting. Lie to you not, I'm not joking here. I literally have an oversized crow in one of the trees over there that the cat's talking to. That's what he's talking to right now. Did he fly away? Did he fly away? He did fly away. He's in there having a conversation. Now let's look at that. See that? No calibrating, no cheap overpricing. I'm sorry, no overpricing projectors, none of that. So how is this going to work on the P2 when we bring it in? Of course, I have to go get Ultra Sure Throws. I want to get some really good Ultra Sure Throw certified sample sheets. Let's see if we give them a benefit. We turn the lights on, give them a chance. See if we can help them out over here. $5,000 certified gunmetal technology and a white surface versus a Cinema Complete. It's not going so well, is it? All right, let's turn our lights on because at least I have them on the way. Here we go. My circus. I'll rig my legs a little better on there. Ooh, I just thought about something. Or I'm figuring if I do it at, I gotta get that size too, because I'm gonna watch movies off my 235.1. I decided to get that one because look at the red. That's supposed to be red right now. That is literally supposed to be red. Where's the color at? So this is the reason why when I watch demonstrations and people are displaying red and they're in the dark and they really think they're seeing red, when I see that shade, that tells me at the end of the day, you're not seeing red. Your screen's washed out. But people really think they're seeing red. Biggest mistake, like I said, people tell themselves at the end of the day, they buy a projector with all these bells and whistles, millions of colors and contrast. And if you really think you're going to get that on your screen, on your wall, it ain't going to happen. Got to spend the money for the screen first to do it. All right, so let's put this over here, like so. And let's put that over there. Oh, it's going to be miserable, but I tell you, the fact that I won't be moving until Friday, hopefully Friday, upstairs. And the wall is just like this. I think I might paint mine right into the wall. It's just so much easier than building a whole frame. I can set my projector up and be done. These walls are perfectly flat, which I'm quite impressed with. I could run Ultra Sure Throw off these walls. Slow color changer.
Getting that from YouTube.
I kneel before no one.
Slow color changer lights out. Remember, we had lights on in our demonstration. What do you think is going to happen when we turn the lights on? That's why in all the demonstrations we saw, every last one of them were sitting in the dark. To turn the lights on, well, this is what happens. Mind you, that's not a gray screen paint sitting up there. That's a certified gunmetal screen sitting up there. So now you see why our technology is going to be in demand once we hit offline. Because we have a technology literally that they can produce in fully lit environments. And that technology will stand with no problem. It can beat any gunmetal, any certified screen. We only start seeing competition until we see black certified, which won't be a while. If a gray screen feels that it can survive in a fully lit environment, that is a screen with a 0.9. That's a DMP supernova. That's a gunmetal technology. Gray screens can't even beat gunmetals. What do you think almost wiped out the gray screens? Gunmetal technology. If gunmetal technology came out and the price was reasonable, it'd have wiped everything easily. But because the gunmetals were literally so expensive, people had no choice but to stay with the gray screens. Then our technology comes in. But now our technology is leaving. Yep. Let's see. Where do we want to go with this right here, to tell you the truth, honestly? Oh, all right. There's an interesting theory. Let me see. Now, mind you, that's just basically the tip of the iceberg. Remember, our technology is weatherproof too. So, black technology outside. Do you have any different? How many versions of white screens are outside? We got plans to hit California and Florida. I plan to open up a chain of stores in both sections. Our black technology down there would be unstoppable. Because now you have screens that you can treat like plasma TVs. You don't have to worry about being stuck in waiting for the sun to come up. You know, when people have barbecues and get-togethers, by the time you get done eating all that food and the kids are running around, most of you are tired and just want to get up the next day because you got work the next day. You're gonna wait till 8 or 9 o'clock to fire up a white screen. Yeah. Well, our technology can do it at 5. So we have to turn the lights out to see color. Gee whiz. I don't know how y'all do it. Honestly, I don't. White screen. Oops, wrong one. 2 fire sticks. White screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
You see the gunmetal technology that's gray? Well, here's the kicker. For those out there who think that because a screen has to see a 100% solid white level, and that's what makes it, no, it doesn't. You just described the white screen. You just described the cheapest screen on the market that you can possibly get your hands on. The white surface is going to pull the highest white level. And therefore, the higher the white level, that means the poorer the contrast and the poorer the color. Even darker gunmetal technologies, and that technology is dark, but it's not as dark as the Dark Star 9 or Black Diamond technology or Dragonfly. Those screens are really, really insanely dark. But they can maintain the white levels, but they're still not going to pick up a 100% white level. That's virtually impossible. Gray screen paint mixers do not pull 100% white. That is virtually impossible. You would have to have a 100% white screen to pull a 100% white level. Unless you're going to be sitting there all day staring at a white screen, then I can see about that. But you even have contrast and white levels. Well, that's about the gist of it all, people. Get out of my window. How dare you? You got a whole window to yourself. You want to be climbing up and knocking myself in windows. Get. Think you slick. So what I told you, white always remains white. Whether the lights are on or off, it remains white. And black, true black contrast, always remains black, whether the lights are on or off. If you have to turn out and be in the dark to see a contrast level, you don't have black technology. You have gray or white. That's what you have. Black screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Black screen's running right now. So if you have to turn your lights out in order to see a contrast level because they're fading, you don't have a black screen. Only black technology can see contrast lights on or off. That's why I hate when people do demonstrations and say that they'll give you 100% contrast level. That's virtually impossible. And if you have to turn around and have to spend the money for a very high contrast capability in order to pick up some shade of gray, you're still not picking up black. But it's going to take me to pay $2,000 for a 2,000,000 to 1 contrast to show you how poorly the contrast level pulls up on a P2 on a white and gray screen compared to black technology, which we're going to turn it off because we don't require the option. You definitely get avalanche in there. Okay, I'll clean it up later on. You are the apple of my eye. What is that over there? Yeah. What size do we want to cut? We gotta trash this thing anyway. I think what I'll do, sample sheets. Company. I think I'm gonna make a big sample sheets. Everybody else is doing these small sample sheets. So when we do sample sheets for the company, I want them big. You really can't see anything on a sample sheet that small. Now that's a good size sample sheet right there, don't you think? Oh, we're picking up black. I forgot that's why it's not registered. Let's see. Now what I do is I cut my wallpaper screen. Don't need any more. We're done. I cracked that thing 4 or 5 times. I was going to put wallpaper up. I'm going to do this certified. I'm going to do a whole screen setup here. I'll show you how I'm going to hook it up. I'm going to do a 3 projector setup. I guess I'm hitting that wrong button. Where am I with my whatchamacallit? This right here is our technology that we like to use. Just got some shit in the sleeves that quick, eh? I've got to turn the lights on. I can't see jack. Now, as I said before, one fake demonstration versus 5,000 orders on the Complete Cinema. I can show you my records on my my PayPal account. How many returns we have on it? None. We don't have any returns on this Complete Cinema. Not one. At all. Isn't that interesting? So, for some reason, we only have one person who says it doesn't work. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Sounds like Gomer Pyle, doesn't it? And guess what, my friend? My attorney saw the demonstration. He has the product. We'll be seeing you in court for that too also. We'll add that to the civil charges we'll be taking to court for soon. Stupid. Get rid of this dumbest stuff. Now keep in mind, when we're in that courtroom, you're going to have to explain to the judge and my lawyer on why we got 5,000 orders on that product and no returns. And you, on the other hand, every time you have a track record of items landing in your apartment don't work right. So I was already suing you for $250,000. We're going to make another $250,000 because we're going to make that a separate trial by itself. With the money I'm going to be getting, Jamie, I'm going to have some very powerful attorneys on my side because I can pay them at the end of the day. This is not going to go well. And you will be paying my attorney's costs if you lose, and they're very expensive. Very, very expensive. Make sure we're not showing anything, because we got to be careful. Jamie likes to look at things. He's weird. Red screen. Wait, which one I got in here? Oh, one in the other room. Wrong unit. Where's my format? Duct tape. those give me an idea on how. Oh, can't wait to get a walnut color because man, that's gonna drive me nuts. Look at that white surface all down. I can't have the lights on. What the freak? Red screen, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Do 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 do. Blue screen, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Blue screen, right there. Can't get tape on this projector. Or if you're seeing something else, just be seeing. Certified gunmetal. There you go. Now, let's choose to use something. Oh, don't fall off, don't fall off. Just use this. There. Let's see, where's the monsters at? Ah. Monsters are basically buried. All right, let me go grab me one of the monsters. I think I buried one of them. Let me see. Yeah. Fell over. Here we go. Which one do you want to use? Now, projectors that they're going to be using in their demonstration are going to be 8K. One is going to be an 8K 20,000 to 1. Is it 20,000 lumen contrast projector? No. 20,000 lumens. Sorry about that. A couple of million on that one. Do 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 do. We had each one portion this, right? Here we go. This is Bertha. I should give you some nicknames. We're at 4,000 lumens. The other one is 46. Oh yeah, when it warms up, it has warm up. It's an older projector. Let's see, let's go over to our settings. We're going to be, I think we're in HDMI now. HDMI 1. I have 2 HDMIs in there. That's basically about it. HDMI 2. Where's it at? Let's see. Sorry about that. We got to find our adjustment on where our whatchamacallit's climbing at. We're not using the adapter. We want straight HDMI for this. Here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. It's up this ambient light rejection technology. We can have lights on. Let's see what she's doing back here. She's not being nice. She's got power. What's wrong with her? Oh, you have to run adapters for you, sweetie. All right, let's get her adapters out. That should work right. Oh, so money for the machines and machines are going to work right. Here we go. Give me another port for this one. Because they're running the Fire Sticks independently by themselves, running them off battery packs, which is another way to make your Fire Sticks portable. So it's going to work right, so we have to plug it to the adapter unit. She's temperamental. Okay, baby, work on it. I know you're angry. Try to look. I think better work. This is my main Fire Stick because it's my big boy. It's one of the things I hate about Fire Sticks. They work when they want to work. Do not like them. I think when I get the setup upstairs, I'm definitely going with an Apple TV because I've had dozens of Fire Sticks, and after a while they stop working. They don't want to read at all. Period. Headaches. Let's see. Which one I want? Let's try your baby. Okay, it should work. Now we gotta pull the one in the other room. Should came up under that component. Nope. And that's for 2. Sorry about that, people. This is what I go through. I'm dealing with Fire Sticks. You know, the nightmare I go through, bad boys. These things are headaches. I work with these things all the time. Amazon, get your machines together. Gee whiz. Yeah, it should be 1. It definitely should be HDMI 1. And for some reason, the Fire Stick just decided to stop working. That's nice to know I spent all this money for these sticks. There we go. Told you, they're headaches. They're temperamental. And I've bought hundreds of them, and they don't work. They'll stop working after a while. This is why you have black technologies. You can't even see the freaking background for the Fire Stick. They come up black. And that's a piece that I just cut out of my wallpaper screen. Just chopped a huge piece of it off. Coating on it. Oh, Fire Stick. AK Desired Nature, YouTube. I think we're going to get the sample sheet that big. It's a good size, right? Yeah. Yeah, she's being temperamental. Come on, work. I hate these things. OG beta fish. LG beta fish. Ah, color looks nice and bright, eh? Sitting next to a certified screen. It's $5,000. Oh well. Good luck, people. Oh, I'm gonna use this for a demonstration tonight. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That's as far as you can go on it. Okay, cool. Red screen. Need I say no more? Blue screen. Need I say no more? Green screen. Need I say no more? Boy. Yeah. Let's see where we want to go on this one. Ooh, let's check out some tropical. Ooh, get the OLED horse over here. Hey, that Starfield demonstration. Let's go knock this one out real quick. Boom! Do 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 do. Oh, I gotta do this with the which one? I'm just gonna certify screen. Heck yeah. Do 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 do. Let's check this one out real quick. All right, so remember, without our surface there, the certified screen looked black, right? Remember with the lights out? That's what it looks like next to a screen that pulls 100% contrast. Doesn't look black anymore, does it? Nah, because now you're seeing real black over here. That's the thing that goes on. You know, it's funny. This is really interesting here. This is how many people, when they watch something on their projector, really think they're seeing color and contrast at the end of the day, and I'm telling you, you're not seeing nothing at all. A few minutes ago, you saw that certified gunmetal screen, and it looked black next to the white surface, right? So now that it's sitting next to our screen, what color is it? It's gray. But the entire time when you were looking at it, you thought you were seeing black. When we turned the lights out, it was black. When we turned the lights on, it was gray. Now it's sitting next to our technology, it's gray. It's gray with the lights on, it's like gray with the lights off. Look at that. So what happened? Was it a magic trick? Did I have special powers? What was it? Maybe I have special powers. Maybe I'm getting inside your head right now and I'm making you think what you want to think. Maybe I had that kind of power. Let me tell you something. If I had that kind of power at the end of the day, I would not be selling screen paints. I'd be ruining your world at the end of the day. There's no way in the world, if I had that capability, that I'd be sitting there making a screen. No, I'd be ruining your world. Because I can make you do whatever I want to do. I control thoughts. I control mind. I control your will. So why would I sit here and basically make screen paint products? I could be like Xavier. No, what you just saw a few minutes ago is that this is how you think you really see projection screens. You literally thought you were seeing a black surface on the gunmetal surface right next to the white surface. Now all that changed when a black screen sits next to it. That's what happens when black technology hits your screen. You actually see the things for the first time, really, really see them. And contrast is always going to be the same whether the lights are on or off. So if you have to turn your lights out to see the contrast, that means your screen can't see a black level. It's like looking into a vortex. I should have made it circle, which would have been pretty cool if I did it circle. So it looks like you're doing. That's where 3D mapping comes. That's what I love about 3D mapping. I want some 3D mapping on this wall. But that's what I love about 3D mapping, because then I can just basically just paint a circle screen and I can 3D map the screen into the circle. Which would be a good idea if they kind of figured out how to take an entire movie and allow you to 3D map it into a curved screen. Do you have any idea how easy that would make things when it comes to curved screens? Because curved screens are absolutely nightmares. You need multiple projectors, and have to be underlined in edge bleeding technology or edge blending technology, or the way you're going to be using something today. But can you imagine if you had a 3D projector that could map the entire movie into a curved screen? You only need one projector. That would be freaking amazing. But I don't know if they got it already. It'd be pretty cool. I wonder if they could do it. I literally saw before Lightform decided to went out of business, I literally saw files in their firmware for video mapping applications. So they probably were on the verge of it. Now, when it comes to black technology, anybody who develops technology understand this, your white levels are going to drop a little bit. This is noticeable in any form of black technology. This is why the gunmetal screens have that high reflective surface, because the white levels are going to drop. But it's not going to be to the point where you can't see the screen. If that was the case, all the test demonstrations we would have done have failed, and all our customer demonstrations would have failed also. Now, something for you naysayers at the end of the day. Where the freak is your contrast level? Because I've never seen any demonstrations, not even on your website, of you showing a star field demonstration in a fully lit environment. Never seen it at all, ever. So again, where are these demonstrations at? If you're claiming to be the future of technology, can see a 100% contrast level. That's why when you buy a projection screen, it isn't the gray screen, it's the top dog. It would be the gunmetal technology at that category, if we're not in that picture, would be the top dog, because they pull a much more darker screen. So if that's the case, where's your contrast levels? I could go through YouTube right now, and if I look for gray screen and contrast levels, fully lit environment, I won't even find it anywhere. What are you fussing about, old man? There you go. So if that technology was so dark you couldn't see it, then you wouldn't be able to see it at all, period. You wouldn't be able to see that nice, beautiful red dress she has on, or blouse she has on, and look at her skin tones. Let's get up close. We'll pull a Jamie trick. This is what Jamie does. There you go, Jamie. There's my technology up close. Laying on a big old white wall. The reason why I can do this live, Jamie, is because, let me explain something to you. Move. Because my stuff is tested. All my technology is tested. You guys can't do these demonstrations because your products are not tested. That's why you matched the product when you did the demonstration. There you go. This is why we got the big contracts, and you don't. Because I can do this in a fully lit environment and pull 100% contrast without my screen washing out, which a gray screen and white screen can never, ever do this. In order for you to try to pull an image, you have to be here. Now, we mentioned that because we have individuals at the end of the day that said that our complete cinema basically doesn't have the ability to pull up at all. Why do you think I sat there and did all those test demonstrations? Hours and hours and hours of test demonstrations. That product was tested before it was ever shipped out. And again, it has a track record of 5,000 units sold in 2 months without one return. So as I said before, imagine we're in court, and I can back this up right now in court. This is why I'm filing another lawsuit against you for basically going in and basically trying to claim the complete cinema was a complete fake by you tampering with it. So I'll see you in court again. Now I'm going to do one more thing, one last thing I have to do, and you know what it is. When I pick up the P2, I will put a purchase in for all your screen paints, every last one of them. I'm going to show at the end of the day that in a fully lit environment, we're going to have upstairs, fully lit environment, formal windows down here, that your product does not work on a $3,300 projector. Can't even see 2 million to 1 contrast. It doesn't pick up color. It washes out. It's a waste of time. I'm going to order first. I'm going to watch you cancel the orders, put the money back in my account. Then I'm going to contact some people in California because I want the orders to come from California. And I'm going to have them buy your products and send them to me. And then I'm going to paint all your screens in one little strip, and I'm going to stick it against the P2 in a fully lit environment. And see if you can see a star field in a fully lit environment next to that product that you claim that works. And then I'm going to do a splatter screen over your paint with our Alpha 1 technology and show you why your products have failed on your own projector. That's going to be pretty embarrassing. Now, 2 things will happen out of this. He's definitely going to sell that projector because he'll never be able to use that thing again when we get done showing what his product looks like. Oh, I forgot. We do got to add network grade 773, and we have to add in the slip silver and bare. I want to see how close you come to these. Now, as for Partey, if I go to your website right now, I bet you it's closed. We just can't seem to get his paint because, again, he's afraid to open up a shopping cart. Let me see. If I go in here, am I going to be able to find a shopping cart open? What's the day? Day is what, it's Monday because I had an appointment tomorrow. All right, let's see if his shopping cart, you've been closed the whole week. And we say he don't open up for a certain amount. Oh, I can't call you Partey. That's not your name, Danny. Danny's Water Paints. I'm sorry, but I can't call him that. He don't own the rights to the name. Somebody else owns it. We did the search already. It's not even his name. Oh, I contacted the fellow too and let him know what's going on. He told me to have you send over the website. They're going to contact you soon. Now let's see right here. I thought so. Yeah, look, man, I got a challenge for you. Can you try to keep your website open for a freaking year? For 1 year, can you try to keep your website open? I told you my theory is correct. You can't sell the product because at the end of the day, it costs too much money. He's sitting there paying for a website monthly paying for a website. He can't make money off of it because he can't open the shopping cart. It don't work. Or nobody's buying it. Nobody wants to buy it. For some reason, you never had that thing open. I can check tomorrow. It'll still be closed. Check Wednesday closed, Thursday closed. It's never open. When you open it, let me know. Hey, that's weird. What's going on? You have a problem? Before I finish up, before I sign off, when I'm all done, I'm going to get your products down here. Partey, I got a better chance of solving the Rubik's Cube in Braille, blindfolded, before I get my hands on your product. Your website is, I can't call you that, sorry. For the fellow who made that product, I do apologize. Danny, again, I can't call you that because you don't own that rights to that name. But anyway, like I said, can you try to keep that thing open for at least about a month or two or something? Please, Jack, go on it. Can't even buy the product from him. You don't sit there and cry and whine about how his site's open, he's working. Are you kidding me? That thing is never open. That's pretty awesome, ain't it? See how the flames come up on our screen? I'm not paying him out. We're done with that already. Can't keep his site open. You got to open it sooner or later, man. I got people waiting to buy it. I'm not going to buy it because if I buy it, you're going to give me back my money. I got 17 people. With 16, 17. I got a bet going on. Same thing happened the last time. We had a bunch of people crowding his site to get his stuff out of there, to get it over here. And he never opened up the shopping carts. And I got the big dogs at the front door, and they're trying to get in to get his products. And he don't want to give up anything because your products don't work. I'm going to get your product down. I told you I'm going to do it when I get it down here. First things first, I'm going to pour out that water, and I'm going to stick it in a container and put it in the back room. I'm going to prove that whole evaporation system is fake, that you have to have distilled water in it because it'll evaporate. Okay, then what we'll do is we'll just take all the water out, stick it in a container, seal it, and stick it in the back room. Matter of fact, I'll tape it and seal it to make sure we don't tamper with it. And I guarantee it doesn't dry out. I guarantee it's just everyday paint. I guarantee it's just everyday paint. That's what I'm going to do. And then when we get it down here, I'm going to basically do your entire demonstration, how you did it. I'm going to paint it in the same way you said paint it in. And I'm going to get some network gray. And I'm going to do the same thing. And I bet you they match. Yeah, have you seen him do the demonstrations I asked for the network gray? What's the difference between his product and everyday household paints? Nothing done yet. What are you waiting for? You don't want to do it then. Then what's the difference? If your product's not a paint, then what's the difference? I guarantee if you're talking about it takes 5 to 7 days for your, oh wait, that's a freaking lie. If you did the demonstration, that wasn't 5 to 7 days. I wouldn't check the timestamp between, heck no, something's wrong. Man, you're a freaking liar. I just thought about that. How in the world would it take 24 hours for you to wipe the screen down to 5 to 7 for the screen to dry? Your timestamp is off because it means you'd be 7 days after that initial video for that coat when you show up the screen. I just thought about that. Look how gorgeous that looks on our technology. Woo! All right, come over here. Let me look at this for a minute. Hold on. I like this. God, I want to have my screen. Now I gotta look at this freaking white wall. Gee whiz, this is gonna suck. I'm gonna unplug. I'm not using this with this on here on the wall. Because now I got it. Now look what it looks like. You think I want to stare at the white wall all day long? No. Let me see something for a minute. Timestamps are off. I just thought about that. He said 5 to 7, right? Okay, let's look at this right here. If it's 5 to 7 days, that means from the day you made a video, it has to be 7 days after that you would make the next initial video, because it takes 5 to 7 days for the screen to dry. Boy, this thing, your place is like the Da Vinci Code sometimes. Let me see, let me go in here real quick. So let me see, applications here, all right? All right, we got 2 videos on how to do it. This is actually the real video. This is the fake one right here. Because in this one he says he didn't say 4. He actually did say 4 because it's right there. It's right in the video. But let's look at the timestamp here. Okay, this would be, he said here, it takes 5 to 7 days, right, for the screen to dry. Okay, no, he said it's not drying time. This is not drying time. It's curing in this process. So the curing time is 5 to 7 days. So, wait. This is confusing. This doesn't make any sense, Danny. Okay, this doesn't make any sense. If it's not drying time, it takes 5 to 7, and you have to wait 24 hours to wait for the screen to dry. It doesn't say the screen dries in 24 hours here. It says because it is recommended that you not wipe or clean the screen surface after 24 hours. So when does the screen initially dry? All right, so right here you have before applying your next coat. All right, let's see. So before applying your next coat, this is weird. Okay, right here, let's see, right here. Allow the coat to sit 2 to 3 minutes before applying the fan. Remember to allow each coat to completely dry to the touch before applying the next coat. So if you're saying it takes 1.5 hours, right, to dry the screen, that means the screen's dry. You said dry to the touch. If the screen is damp and you touch it, you can tell that it's damp. But if it's dry to the touch, it means it's dry. Danny, you understand? Danny, listen to me here. If you got a t-shirt on, right, your t-shirt's dry. So when you put your t-shirt on, that means that the t-shirt's dry, right? But if it's damp, you can tell it's damp because you can squeeze the water still coming out of it. This is what you explained over here, right? This is what you explained. Because it's not dried, you say it's not drying time, it's still curing, which means there's still liquid coming out of the screen. But over here, you're saying that it's dry to the touch. If something's dry to the touch, there's no more liquid coming out of it, it's completely dry. This doesn't make any sense. You have 2 different sets of rules in here for drying. So which one is it? Because over here you're saying it's 1 to 5 hours, and you're talking about dry to the touch, right? But then you get down here and you say it's 5 to 7 days for drying time, and then you say down here it's 24 hours to wipe the screen. So what the frick are we doing over here? Your drying specification, the specifications for drying is insane. If I'm a customer, I'm trying to figure it out. It's like someone gave you a math problem. Like if Susie takes 5 apples and she gets on a train and it takes 2 hours. Literally, that's what it sounds like. One of them freaking reading problems, math problems. So bear with me. I'm not trying to be rude here, but tell me how this is working. I'm not being rude. I'm not calling an idiot. None of that. I'm not insulting the guy. I'm just asking a simple question. What is going on with this? It says repeat. Okay, let's go here. I want to be honest and upfront here, okay? It says that feel free to use a fan to assist in the drying time. Allow each coat to sit 2 to 3 minutes before applying a fan. Remember to allow each coat to completely dry to the touch. If something is dry to the touch, that means it is dry. Because if you touch it and you can tell it's wet or damp, you would describe it as wet and damp. How is that car over there? Is it dry yet? It's dry to the touch, which means it's dry. But you're stating here, okay, dry to the touch, and you're talking about approximate time is 1 to 5 hours, right? 30 minutes if you're using a fan or heat fan. But down here you have that the product is, this is not the drying time. It's not drying time. Curing is a process by which the screen releases oxygen and continues to dry internally as the polymers do. over a period of time of 5 to 7 days. So where does that come in if the screen's already dry to the touch? Then you come in and you say that it's 24 hours. It is recommended that it's not white for 24 hours. But the screen's already dried. You just said it was dry to the touch. So when is the screen actually dried? That's what I'm talking about. A whole lot of mumbo jumbo. All right. I'm going to look at something right here. This is what we're going to do here. Now, if you look at the timestamp here, right? What's the date here for the timestamp here? The timestamp here on the initial video of painting the screen in is August the 13th of 2021, right? August the 13th. So if it takes 7 days, you said 5 to 7 days. I said that's the curing time, right? 5 to 7 days. Even 24 hours, it doesn't add up. Let's come out of here. And your dates are backwards. Watch this. August the 12th. So Danny, unless we got a time machine, something's wrong here. This is saying August the 12th. This is the video right here showing off the screen when you're done it, when you finished your screen. That's on August the 12th. The other one says August the 13th. They're backwards. How the heck did you do that nonsense? It says right there, August the 12th, 2021. And if you go back and you look at the other screen, this is the one he shows off the screen. That's August the 12th, 2021. And then we go back to the initial screen of him painting in the screen right here. This is given the date right here of August the 13th of 2021. So they're days right after each other. The funny part the strange thing about it is the screen that you used to apply it on is coming first. On the 13th, August 13th. Oh man, no, that's my fault. That's my 12-13. I got my dates mixed up. My fault. All right, 12-13 right there. But that's only a day after the next day. That's not even 24 hours. Let's be sure on this. I should know this already. Yeah, I thought you should know this, but I'm curious. Just say it. How many days in 24 hours? One day. One day. Come on, give me that correct thing in 24 hours. It should be 2 days in 24 hours. No, 48 should be 2 days. Make sure we're right on this.
Here's a map of 87 to 48 Chevy Chase Street.
Literally, never listen to anything I say. How many days in 20... Oh, my fault. Yeah, it should be how many days in 24 hours? 24 hours is 1 day. Okay, 1 day. All right, 24 hours is 1 day. So you have to wait 1 day to wipe the screen off. Let me see right here. 48 hours should be 2 right there. Yeah, 2 days. That's right. Okay, I got my time mixed up there. All right, so it's 1 day. So if it's 1 day, okay, so if it's 1 day, Partey, it's 24 hours before you can wipe down the screen, correct? So that's 1 day in 24 hours. So in 24 hours, this is 1 day before you can wipe down the screen. What does the 5 to 7 stand for? Why would this be here? Because that doesn't make any sense. We're going to get out of the soup in a few minutes. Don't worry. But right here, you're saying here it takes 1 to 5 hours to dry the screen, approximately dry to the touch. And here it says 24 hours. Where does the 5 to 7 days come in? Because if a screen is curing, that means the screen is still technically is still wet. If it's curing. What are you doing? Can you please get out of the way and stop getting out of trouble? That's what that means. If the screen is curing, that means it's still dry it's still wet at the end of the day. That's what it comes down to. Yeah. But anyway, do me a favor, man, because I don't got time to go back and forth with this stuff. Open up your shopping carts. Have them open can you at least keep them open for 2 months? 2 months, I'm asking you, just keep the shopping carts open. I mean, if you're afraid of my people that are coming in and buy, they're going to come in and buy. It doesn't make a difference. You're afraid for them to come in and buy? Is that why your shopping carts are closed? Open your shopping carts, okay? That's all I want you to do is open a shopping cart. Keep it open. Try to keep it open. Just try. Oh, that purple looks gorgeous, doesn't it? But try to keep it open. Just try your hardest to try to keep it open. That's all you got to do. All right, I'm done here. I got things to do. I'm going to map out what I want to do for my wall. So let me see. I'm definitely going to do the 235.1. I can see my screen paint's going to look absolutely incredible on it. So that's going to look amazing. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to keep this website open. Can't get the freaking paints when you want them because you don't have them. Available. Oh, you guys are all over the place. Excuse me. All right, so I'm on it. Looking at my cabinet back here. Starfield screensaver. Now you don't see black anymore, do you? You can't see black anymore because your eyes actually saw black. That's why. If we didn't put the black in there, you definitely would have saw black with the surface. But now you can't see it because you see gray. Ah, that's an interesting demonstration to do. Take a certified screen, stick it in there, have people look at it, make them think they're seeing black when they're actually not seeing black, and then put our technology up there. Now your eyes basically can't unsee what you just saw because now you see a gray screen, even with the lights out, because you just saw a black screen sitting right next to it. That's why. That's why I tell you at the end of the day that if you think you're seeing what you're thinking off your setup, you're not seeing that at all, period. Can't pick it up. All right, let me get out of this real quick because, again, I can't call them that. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, you don't own the rights to the name at all, period. And that's why I can't address it, because, like I said, the fellow who actually has the name and owns the name over in England, it's his. It's the name of a music and recording studio. This is why I requested, if people are going to be talking nonsense about their old stuff in a day, I was looking for that, what do you call it? The registration number for the copyrights, which they don't have. Where's my whatchamacallit? I might throw this thing in the trash because I can use this. I'll cut it up and throw it in the trash. I'm gonna cut this up and throw it in the trash because I'm not gonna need wallpaper on my setup upstairs. I need something completely different. I might just paint the wall. I would feel better just painting the wall. And I won't have to build a frame or nothing. Just paint it and be done. And the walls here are flat. They are perfectly flat. Usually one of the problems I go through when I move in new places is that the walls are never ever flat, and I got to deal with the headache of the screen coming out looking distorted and all that crap because the walls don't come out flat enough. The walls in here, perfectly flat. Never have that issue. That was interesting. Other places I was looking at had a detailed list of what dogs you can have and what dogs you can't have. Pit bull was on number 1 on the list. It's a shame, it's true. A lot of people have pit bulls, can't get into establishments because people are terrified of the dogs. And dogs aren't vicious. It's the owners that make the dogs vicious. Heck, I can get a Doberman Pinscher, and I can basically raise it the most vicious thing you've ever seen in your entire life, and you would never see it coming because they don't judge them dogs to be vicious, and you can make them be vicious. German Shepherds, Chihuahuas, the ankle biters. Yes, sirree. Extremely temperamental dogs. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've never met a Chihuahua I could pet without getting my fingers taken out. Right? The reason why is that's a territorial dog. They kind of stick close to the owners. That's why. Move this other way. Your landlord's cool with it, but I'm done with landlords. I am done with them. I'm buying my next house. I'm buying it. I'm not doing no more landlords and no more rent, none of that stuff. I'm gonna buy my house outright and be done. And that's what I'm doing. I'm done with paying rent. I don't mind paying rent. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not paying it anymore. I'm done. I'm not in the situation I'm about to be in. I'm gonna buy me a house. Let me see. What are we doing here? Oh, I want to set my other unit up because I'm going to play around with that 235.1 for a little bit. Can't believe you got a contract that freaking big. There are so many pops. Oh man, I just thought about something. I told you I'm a tech junkie. I'm getting that $30,000. I don't know if they are $30,000 now, but I want when that chair you sit in with the scorpion tail. Definitely getting one of them. I'm definitely going to need my own playroom for my tech toys. Definitely going to get one of those. All right, let me see. Where are you? Right here. ViewSonic. Now, I think a few people were asking me about the camera trick. Camera trick's nice and all, but it's not good. And the reason why it's not good is because I've done it before. Because what the camera trick does is, it gives you the wide lens. You have to have your projector in 1610 to do it. So you have to have a 1610 setting on the projector, which you should have because most of them come with 1610. And you have to use a fish eye wide lens camera lens. But you're going to have to try to configure it to fit over the projector. And it works to a certain degree. But the only problem is that the edges become distorted and they become fuzzy. And you can't use it with everything. It doesn't work. It works only a little bit. That's basically about it. So a few people have been asking me about that. Somebody said they already found it on Amazon. But if they had called me, they would have realized I could have told them that they could get 235.1 just by using the ViewSonic projectors. That's how you get it. The thing about that is, ViewSonic does not advertise that anywhere. I bought all different types of projectors, and they do not advertise the 235. You have to find that out through somebody telling you about it, or basically you have to find it out through yourself. That's the way. And then you have to figure out what model, because not all models can do 235.1. Only certain models have the capability of doing 235.1 setting. The lens is around 40 or 50 bucks, probably a little more now. And then they have an adapter lens that you can fit over top of your projector like a sliding bar. We can use that, but that costs $1,300 to $1,400. Or you can find one of those heavy certified that does have the capability, like JVC or one of them, and you're gonna spend a couple $1,000 for that. Do that. Or you can just go buy the ViewSonic projector, which even the one that's 600 by 800 720p at 150 bucks, or some places you can get them for $60, has a 235.1 setting. But you never called me, so you never found out. Unless you watched the video one day and found out, but yeah. You want the old-fashioned way with the lens. It's interesting how I never understood how I called ViewSonic and I asked them about this option and they denied it. They don't recall ever adding a 235.1 into their projectors, but yet all the new models have it in them. So, you figure that out. Bum, 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 bum. Now I'm going to use ultra short though because I don't want to be, I don't want to have my projector all the way back here because again, I'm going to have my cloud sofa back here and I can't have my cloud sofa if my projector's right there meeting me up with the sofa. I can meet me there first, so that's not going to work. And for those of you that are wondering, does it have 235.1? Yes, it does. It's right there. You can't see it because the lights are on. You probably still can't see it. Let me get you untangled around my whatchamacallit real quick. Put this right there. So, I'm going to do that. $235.1. Now, chances are he got the lens. Hooked it up, got the fuzzies, got the distortion. That's what he got, because that's what's going to happen. I already did it already. And he's going to have a hard time trying to configure that thing to his, do you mind? Which way you want to go, Sherlock? You want to go here or you want to go there? What do you want to do? Now, if you notice, our numbers, none of them, or actually I'm in the process of removing the rest of them, are going to be all for our accounts, all accounts. The reason why, because like I said, the only people that are getting my number now are the people we're doing business with because of the contracts. Other than that, we don't need to put it out there anymore. Because now we're not doing business on that level anymore. I'm done with that. All right, so what I want to do, because I have customers right now that are asking, and before we leave, that maybe we do something special for them, and we should, because those are our loyal customers. They did basically were there for our company. Ooh, okay, let's shoot it. Now, keep in mind, those customers that I'm good friends with, that you're still on my we're on friends list, we talk with buddy, all that stuff like that. I'll make you whatever you want for free. Because those are my boys. At the end of the day, they're my people. Basically, at the end of the day, those are my customers that stay true to me. They know my family, they know my friends. We're close. I know their family, I know their friends. So it's kind of like, imagine if you knew Bill Gates at the end of the day. And basically, you know, with the Xbox system and all, you think those people, you know, they don't pay for those units. They never do. But what we're going to do is, for the rest of y'all, and it's up to you. You buy it if you buy it, you don't if you don't. And it doesn't mean a difference to me at the end of the day. At the end of the day, like I said, we're contracted, we're good. But we'll put the paint down as $100. Until basically one of the contracts kicks. But the 2 months is the deadline. After that, everything shuts down. So we'll just have $100 for the complete cinema and 1 quart of the outdoor screen paint. The other one, we're basically removing it. We'll start the sale today. This will include overseas shipping for those of you overseas. It will include you too also. So just let you know that when we deplete the shopping carts or when the contract officially is signed, like I said, the other guy is really quick to get it done. Chances are probably by the end of this week or maybe a week or so, another week or so, we'll be ready to start getting ready to get booting up and getting ready for the new contracts. Okay. All right, got things to do. Let me put this in real quick. So I'm gonna watch my tropical fish over here. 4K tropical fish, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Crap. All right, we'll just watch this. Fish looks somewhere.
Safelite paid me to show you folks how easy it is to replace a windshield, so...
I'm gonna watch this in here. Go to some other screen. Other screen. Ah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, right back at you. What you angry about? What you angry about? What are you angry about? Always angry about something. What you want to watch? Your tropical fish? I'm putting your tropical fish on. You happy now? Ooh. I'm gonna watch Highlander today. Let me get to my bubbly fish. There we go. There you go, Taco. There's your bubbly fish right there. All right, that's good. All right, that's basically about it. I'm taking 2 days off to work on my on the new venture for the company. So I'll see you on 2 days. Gotta go. Thank you all and God bless. We'll drop it down to $100. First come, first serve, whatever. After that, we're pulling them. So like I said, take advantage as you can. If companies are coming in, keep in mind if we see orders coming in at 3 and 4, 5, no, we don't do that. Money goes back to your account. I don't care at the end of the day. All right, gotta go and God bless.